You sit down, close your eyes, and try to meditate. But instead of peace, all you find is frustration. Sound familiar? Your thoughts are racing, your legs are stiff, and the clock seems to be moving in slow motion. At some point, you just give up and think, maybe I'm just not cut out for this. What if I told you that the problem isn't with you, but with the way you've been taught to meditate? Let me explain why most of us get meditation all wrong, and more importantly, how you can finally make it work. All right, let's tackle one of the biggest myths right away. Meditation is not about emptying your mind. Seriously, have you ever tried to just stop your thoughts? It's like telling a dog not to chase a ball. It's going to happen no matter what. But here's the thing. The idea that meditation should instantly bring you peace or a quiet mind is, well, it's just wrong. Think about it. If you're sitting there expecting instant calm, every stray thought or itch or uncomfortable feeling becomes this big, glaring sign that you're failing. You start to think, why can't I do this? Everyone else seems to get it. And before you know it, you're more stressed than when you started. Here's a truth bomb for you. Meditation isn't about stopping your thoughts. It's about noticing them. It's like watching cars on a highway. You're not trying to stop the traffic. You're just standing on the side, observing it without jumping into the middle of the road. The real goal, building awareness. That's it. Not calm, not happiness, just the ability to notice what's happening inside you without judging it. Imagine going to the gym for the first time and expecting to bench press 200 pounds. You'd never do that, right? Meditation is the same. It's a practice. The first few times it might feel awkward or even hard, but little by little, it gets easier. And over time, you start to notice small changes, like being less reactive or feeling more present in your day-to-day life. Now that we've cleared up those unrealistic expectations, let's look at why meditation can still feel like a struggle, even when you understand this. The key lies in how it affects your brain and body. And trust me, this part is fascinating. All right, so here's the thing. Meditation isn't just about your mind. It's deeply connected to how your body and brain respond to stress. And if you've ever felt like meditation makes you more restless instead of calm, there's actually a scientific reason for that. Let's start with your nervous system. When you're stressed, even mildly stressed, your body goes into fight or flight mode. That's your sympathetic nervous system kicking in, flooding your body with cortisol and adrenaline. It's great for emergencies, but not so much when you're just trying to sit still and breathe, right? When you try to meditate in this state, your body is like, what's going on here? Why aren't we doing something? Your brain can interpret this sudden stillness as a kind of threat, which is why you might feel antsy or even uncomfortable. Here's the cool part, though. Every time you meditate, you're training your brain. Research shows that consistent meditation can shift your nervous system out of that fight or flight mode and into rest and digest mode, which is controlled by the parasympathetic nervous system. This is where the magic happens. It's like flipping a switch that tells your body it's safe to relax. Over time, this repeated practice actually changes your brain. Studies using MRI scans have shown that meditation can shrink the amygdala, the part of your brain responsible for fear and stress, and strengthen the prefrontal cortex, which helps with focus, decision-making, and emotional regulation. In other words, you're literally rewiring yourself for calm and clarity. You don't wake up the next day to a fully grown tree, right? You have to water it, nurture it, and give it time to grow. The same goes for meditation. At first, it might feel like nothing's happening, but stick with it, and you'll start to notice subtle changes, like feeling less reactive in stressful situations or being able to focus better during the day. This means being fully present with what's happening, moment by moment, whether it's peaceful, chaotic, or even downright uncomfortable. The original goal wasn't to feel good. It was to see clearly, to notice the patterns of your mind, understand how they influence your actions, and ultimately break free from the habits that keep you stuck. When meditation was popularized in the West, a lot of its deeper context got watered down. It was marketed as a tool for stress relief or productivity, which, don't get me wrong, are great side effects. But when we focus only on those outcomes, we miss the bigger picture. It's like using a map just to admire the pretty colors instead of actually navigating somewhere. Meditation, at its core, is meant to help you explore your mind and understand yourself on a deeper level, not just calm down after a rough day at work. But when we focus only on those outcomes, we miss the bigger picture. It's like using a map just to admire the pretty colors instead of actually navigating somewhere. Meditation, at its core, is meant to help you explore your mind and understand yourself on a deeper level, not just calm down after a rough day at work. Now that we've busted the myths and explored the deeper meaning behind meditation, it's time to focus on how to actually make it work in your life. And here's the best part. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need an app, incense, or 30 minutes of free time every day to start seeing the benefits. Let me show you how. Sit down, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. When your mind wanders, which it will, just gently bring it back. That's the whole practice. If it helps, you can even count your breaths. Inhale, 1, exhale, 2, and so on, up to 10, then start over. Here's a little tip. If your thoughts are overwhelming, try focusing on the sensation of your feet on the ground or the weight of your body in the chair. This grounds you in the present moment. A lot of people quit meditation because they feel like they're bad at it. But here's the truth. There's no such thing as a bad meditation. Every time you notice your mind wandering and bring it back, you're strengthening your ability to focus. That's the whole point. Think of it like training a puppy. You wouldn't yell at a puppy for running off. You'd gently guide it back. Treat your mind the same way. If a thought pops up, just imagine it like a cloud passing in the sky. Acknowledge it and let it float away. That's it. You're meditating. And when you shift your focus from getting it right to just being present, that's when the real transformation begins. So, here's the bottom line. Meditation isn't about achieving some magical state of perfect calm. It's about showing up for yourself, day by day, moment by moment, and learning to navigate your thoughts and emotions with awareness and compassion. And that's where the real growth happens. So here's the bottom line. Meditation isn't about achieving some magical state of perfect calm. It's about showing up for yourself, day by day, moment by moment, and learning to navigate your thoughts and emotions with awareness and compassion. And that's where the real growth happens. Now it's your turn. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect setup. Just start. Take 2 minutes tomorrow morning, sit quietly, and focus on your breath. If your mind wanders, bring it back. That's all it takes to begin. And remember, consistency beats perfection every time. The benefits will come, but only if you're patient and kind to yourself along the way. And trust that even the smallest moments of mindfulness can ripple into big changes over time.